Print, email, Facebook, Twitter. More. Former NT Police Commissioner John McRoberts wanted to be comfortable with fraud probe. Court told former Northern Territory Police Commissioner John McRoberts reviewed a fraud investigation file relating to his intimate friend, who was at the top of a list of priority targets. The Supreme Court has heard. NT Correctional Services Commissioner Mark Payne spent his last day in the role giving evidence in the trial of his former police boss, Mr. McRoberts. McRoberts is accused of attempting to pervert the course of justice between May and November 2014, for allegedly trying to deflect a travel agent fraud investigation known as Operation Subudai. The investigation was pursuing 27 travel agents suspected of rorting an NT Health Department scheme. Shana Kamatsis, who Mr. McRoberts had been in a sexual relationship with, was at the top of a list of priority targets. During cross-examination about a meeting in late June 2014, Commissioner Payne said Mr. McRoberts wanted to review the contents of the investigation file, which contained information about Kamatsis as a test case. My recollection of it was that he stated that he was uncomfortable, that is why he wanted to review the contents of the file, Commissioner Payne said during cross-examination. According to Commissioner Payne, Mr. McRoberts said he would decide if he was comfortable with the investigation proceeding to overt action, which would have included executing a search warrant on Kamatsis and her business. After reviewing the file, Mr. McRoberts' lawyer Anthony Elliott suggested his client was taking a cautious approach to the investigation, when he made observations including, "Is this all you've got after 2 years of investigation? Would you agree with me that they were the observations of a man acting with care?" Mr. Elliott questioned. "Yes," Commissioner Payne replied. Commissioner Payne confirmed he did not find any messages from Mr. McRoberts to Kamatsis about the investigation when he reviewed her phone's content after her arrest in November 2014. There was nothing in the nature of a tip-off from him to her that she was being investigated, was there? Mr. Elliott asked. "Absolutely not," Commissioner Payne replied. Fraud investigation had political sensitivities. Police Acting Assistant Commissioner Tony Fuller, who was acting crime commander from May to August 2014, also gave evidence in the trial. Acting Assistant Commissioner Fuller told the court Reese Kershaw, who was then Assistant Commissioner, telephoned him with a direction to stop a warrant for Kamatsis, which was due to be executed on June 5, 2014. "I received a phone call from Mr. Kershaw saying that the overt action was to stop," he told the court. "After that I received an email from Mr. Kershaw detailing a number of questions." Prosecutor Michael McUSC then asked, "Assume for the purposes of this question that a commissioner of police effectively stopped a warrant? Do you have any experience of this? Stopping a warrant?" "No," Acting Assistant Commissioner Fuller replied. Mr. McHugh also asked Acting Assistant Commissioner Fuller if he had any experience of a police commissioner personally reviewing an active file, such as the Operation Subudai file, to which he responded no. After questioning from Mr. Elliott, Acting Assistant Commissioner Fuller agreed Operation Subudai was a unique investigation with political sensitivities. "Is it right to say that it was of such a unique quality that the ordinary rules or protocols didn't really apply?" Mr. Elliott asked. "Well, if the matter was criminal, the matter was criminal," he replied. "There was definitely some political and government sensitivities around this." During re-examination, Mr. McHugh asked Acting Assistant Commissioner Fuller why he did not question the direction from Mr. Kershaw to stop the warrant. "If the Assistant Commissioner rings you up and tells you to do something, you do it," he said. Print, email, Facebook, Twitter. More.